Hey guys, welcome back to Gunpla News episode 27 for February 2017. This is part 4, third party and resin stuff. Alright, so I have some cool stuff to talk with you guys about in this part. Just a reminder, if you haven't seen the other parts of this month's episode, every episode I do as a playlist, so if you want to just watch all 5 parts just in a row, you can watch them all together in the playlist or just watch whatever parts you guys want. Anyway, so the first thing that I'll talk about is the new project from Mechanicore, because this is something that I've been really waiting to talk with you guys about, and this was actually released just like all the news about this was released just after my episode of Gunpla News last month, so I just missed that. Unfortunately, that always usually tends to happen. So by this point, it's kind of not really much of a point to talk about this, and I'll tell you why here in a minute, but this is the new 1/100 Scale Ziegler from Mechanicore. So for legal reasons, they have to change the name, but this is just the perfect Xeon, basically. This kit is supposed to be out in June, but it's undoubtedly going to be delayed. The Mechanicore kits are always delayed. So this will probably be out more like July, probably like end of July, I would say is probably more realistic for this. The price for this, $320, so it's going to be pretty expensive. So 320 bones for this guy, but it's also going to be a very big kit. So let me just talk to you about the production numbers here. The solid color armor version, so it's just the basic version of the kit, like you're seeing there in these CG renders, they're only doing 4,000 of those. So, and then they're also doing a clear color version, which is the outer armor is clear, so that way, like there's so much detail inside these kits. So then they're also doing just a regular like clear color where the armor is just clear, so you can actually see all the detail inside, which is cool, and it actually looks pretty good in this case for this kit. But of that version, they're only doing 800 units, so that one's going to be a little bit more rare. So there's 3 different versions of this that you can get. So the first one is the limited version. That's including some extra dark gray armor parts. So like some of the armor parts, instead of being like purple, will just be dark gray instead. Again, if you're going to be painting, it really doesn't matter at all. And even if you don't like fully paint the kit, you could just repaint just those few armor parts in different color. Not really a big deal. Anyways, that's a kind of stupid pack-in if you ask me. There's also going to be a set of camo waterslide decals. So I think we haven't seen what those actually look like, but some sort of like digital camo, basically, I guess, for that. It's going to be extra waterslides included in the limited version. Also going to include an extra LED head, and I'm not really sure exactly what that means, because that's what is listed in the official information, but I'm not sure if I've seen any images of what that means, because I know just the regular kit head has LEDs in it. So this extra head, I'm not really too sure. Maybe it's a little bit different design, I guess. I don't know. And then it also just includes just regular water slides, as you would expect for just the regular kit. The thing about this limited version, though, that I've been talking about is that it's already sold out. So that's unfortunate. But there are still other ones. As far as I know, the kit is not totally sold out. It's just, according to Mechanicore, their quota, or I guess their numbers for just the limited version, has already been met. So that was 3,000 units. So of the solid colored armor kits, I told you there's 4,000. So I guess 3,000 were like this limited version, and then 1,000 is a standard version. The standard version doesn't come with any of that extra stuff. But then there's also the clear version, like I said, 800 units of that. The clear version does also come with the extra head, just a clear version of that. And then, so let me just talk to you a little bit about the stats of this kit. The total head height is 38 centimeters, so that's like comparable to the size of a 1/48 scale Gundam, actually. So like more similar to like a mega size model kit. So very large. Total has 2,400 pieces. I believe that's also including like photo etch parts and things like that as well. So that's not 2,400 plastic pieces, but anyway, 2,400 pieces is still very impressive. So this is not a kit for beginners, obviously, and some people ask me like, how do these kits go together? From everything that I've heard, These kits, do sometimes have some fitting issues and usually do require some glue and things like that. So they are going to be a little bit more complicated, obviously. It has 43 LEDs. It has metal parts, photo etch parts, water slide decals, all of that. For the weapons for this, it has the grenade launcher, which looks like just kind of regular standard-ish kind of gun. And then also has the beam spear, which some people are for or against. I actually kind of like it, actually. So it's a little bit more unique, and it looks kind of fitting for the full boost modes. This actually has two modes. It has the perfect mode, which is with the legs, and then full booster mode, which is without the legs. So the full booster mode, when you take off the legs, you replace the legs with just more boosters underneath. So it's got like a million of these LED lit up boosters underneath. So that's pretty cool, actually, but that would be such a shame to have the full booster mode, and then you've got these giant legs for a kit that you can't do anything with. So I don't know, who's going to do that? I don't know. But you could always buy two and spend $700 plus shipping. Anyway, just some other cool kind of gimmicks is that it also has two cockpits. It has a cockpit in the chest like normal, and also has a cockpit in the head. That's one thing that looks cool about the clear version. In the clear version, you can see it's just a clear canopy for the cockpit, so you can like see the cockpit and everything in there too, which is really cool. So if you were like to light that up, I mean, it's gonna have LEDs in it, but I'm sure it doesn't have an LED for inside the cockpit. But you could maybe also like add one more in there in the cockpit, or like fiber optics or something. Really cool. So anyway, that's that very big, very expensive kit that's coming out that is already almost entirely sold out. So if you guys are interested in reserving that, definitely do some Googling, find a seller that will be able to let you pre-order that right away. Don't want to wait for that. Anyway, next is a super deformed Master Grade RX-782 Gundam from Sun Toys. So yes, you heard me correctly. It's a SD Master Grade. So it's really only a matter of time before someone actually eventually made something like this. This is supposed to be out in June, but no price yet available for this that I've seen. Basically, it's not like a really full SD. It's sort of like a quasi SD. But it looks really cool. Some aspects of the proportions look a little bit odd, and obviously it's not supposed to be perfectly like proportioned. It is an SD, but still some aspects look a bit strange. So if you guys are interested in pre-ordering this, again, I think without the solid information out for it, I don't think anyone's actually taking pre-orders for it yet, but you can check those out. If I were to pre-order it, I would pre-order it from Samuel Decal. So that's just a suggestion for you guys if you're interested. Next is the Master Grade Prometheus Gundam Resin Conversion Kit. So this is taking the Master Grade Heavy Arms kit, and then you can use this resin conversion kit to make the Master Grade Prometheus. This is going to be made by Model Legend. Model Legend often makes these resin conversion kits for different variations and things. I've never tried one, or never really heard actually even too much about the quality of them, but this is apparently their next project anyway. No news for the price or release date for that, but that is coming soon. Next is the MG Nataku from Supernova. So if you guys saw in my recent Gunpla delivery video, I got this basically like bootleg chain base kit. This is made by Supernova. I haven't snapped this up yet to see about the quality of that, but as far as I know, that's the first thing that company Supernova has made. But their next project, so maybe they just made that to just build up some money to make this project, which would be my guess. But anyway, no news for a price or release date set for this yet, but this is just as far as I know, just a 1/100 scale, just like Master Grade plastic kit. So basically, what I'm guessing is they're going to take just the Master Grade Shenlong Gundam, and then they've just made a bunch of new parts for it basically. So it has like the new parts for like the dragon heads, which have like the 4 claws, 4 like jaw things that open up. It looks really cool. That's not something that would like typically be my personal taste, but that actually does look really cool. I'm actually kind of quite interested in that. So I'll be looking forward to seeing some more news about that in the future. Last thing is something I talked about before, but I just want to show you guys some new images, is the Hot Studio 160 scale Destiny Gundam. So this is like the metal build style, but in 1/60th scale plastic model kit here. So the first few images that we saw, it looked pretty crappy, But the new images, it does look better, I'll give it that, but we still don't have a price or release date set for this one either, but just want to update you guys with some new images of that. It is still apparently in production, so if you are interested, just make sure you follow just some Facebook page or something that shares stuff about third-party kits. Again, I would recommend Samuel Decal, but I'm sure there's others out there as well. So that's it for the third-party and resin stuff. There's other like resin conversion kits and things like that coming out. I've talked about them in past videos, or you guys can see more about that stuff. Anyway, those were just a few of the highlighted things, some new stuff coming out that I wanted to share with you guys. In the next part will be the last part of this month's episode. I'm going to be sharing some featured kits with you guys, so check that out. Coming up next. See you guys then. Bye-bye.